Hi, it's Miss Clemmy, and sorry I'm not there again, but we have stuff to do today and we're going to work hard. So at this point, as the screen says, grab a whiteboard, a marker, eraser. What I want you to do is take about 2 minutes to figure out and write on your whiteboard, what do you think that quote means? After 2 minutes, let's have a whole group discussion and see if we can't come to a consensus about what Peter Medawar means by that quote. So pause the video, 2 minutes to answer, full class discussion, and then let's come back to the video. Good luck. Go for it. And we're back. So hopefully you had a pretty good discussion about a piece of bad news wrapped in protein. And that piece of bad news we're talking about comes in the form of a virus. So take a look. We have polio, hepatitis, measles, chickenpox. All of those are diseases caused by viruses. Now you're probably familiar with chickenpox, but we actually have a vaccine to prevent chickenpox now. The polio, I bet everybody in here is vaccinated for the polio virus. But in some countries, the vaccination isn't as accessible. Some children that get affected by the virus could have paralysis. And so you can see the little boy here whose legs are paralyzed. Hepatitis, another viral disease. There's lots of different types of hepatitis, like B and C and A. But they're caused by a virus, and they all affect your liver. Measles, the last one on the screen, again, caused by a virus, which all of you, I'm sure, are vaccinated for. But in people that are untreated or unvaccinated, if they get the measles virus and it has severe complications, it could lead to permanent deafness. So these are the bad news, and they're wrapped in their little protein coat because that's what viruses are made of. We're going to focus on a different virus today. So we're actually going to focus on a virus the hot zone describes. So we're finally here. We're going to read this excerpt. Because we've done this, we looked at the structures and the functions of a virus, and we took a little bit of time to look at viral disease mechanisms. So how does that virus cause disease? Is it the lytic or lysogenic cycle? So we're ready to read the excerpt from the hot zone. So as you read, you're going to fill out the little half sheet that looks a little like this. And you're going to fill out, as the teacher reads aloud the passage from the hot zone, the symptoms of the Ebola Zaire virus. And now this one's the trickier part. Evidence of how that virus reproduces. Because you're going to end up writing in its clear paragraph on is it the lytic or lysogenic. So you want to find there's something that you hear in the read aloud, and you say, oh, that might be evidence for how that virus reproduces, or that's a symptom. So listen carefully. I'd like you to write down 4 to 5 symptoms and maybe 1 or 2 pieces of evidence. But if you have trouble writing all that evidence down or the symptoms down, you can simply write a brief word or phrase and write down the page number that it falls on, or the paragraph that it falls on, so you can find it a little bit easier in the future. Okay, so I really hope you enjoy this excerpt, and again, it will be read aloud. And so at this point, please pause the video, and when you're done reading that great excerpt, come on back to the video. Have fun. And we're back. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you enjoyed learning all about the Ebola Zaire virus and the poor man, Charles Monet, who pretty much got eaten from the inside out. So, now that we're finished, you guys, like I mentioned, are going to write an It's Clear paragraph. The prompt is this. What type of reproduction cycle does the Ebola Zaire virus use? Now, just like in your English classes, you're going to write an It's Clear with evidence from the text. I know you all can do it, and I know you all are good at it, so don't use the excuse if I don't know how to do this. You guys do this all the time in English. So, I'm going to have you pause the video again, but here's what you're going to do. With a neighbor, I'd like you to compare your notes and see if you guys can come to the conclusion if you think it's the lytic or lysogenic. Now, you may need to actually get out those virus notes from last class in your folders to see which one you think it is, okay? So take about 3 minutes, discuss with a partner, and come back to the video. Welcome back. I hope you had a good discussion, and maybe you think it's the lytic, but your partner disagrees, and that's okay at this point, as long as you have that evidence. So you don't all have to have that same answer right now. It's okay. So here's what you guys are going to do. You're going to take a look, or you're going to create, start over. You're going to make an it's clear paragraph. We have the topic sentence. Tell me right off the bat, what do you think it uses? Lytic, lysogenic. Context. Tell me about the Ebola Zaire virus. Where was it found? How does it spread? Things like that. Then here's where you get into your evidence. You lead in the text, the author, the hot zone describes your evidence. Where in that text do you think there's evidence of the lytic or lysogenic? But remember, it's in the analysis is where you get your A. Tell me how you know whatever cycle this is, connect it to that. Tell me you know that piece of evidence, you know that that evidence tells you that those are the steps of the lytic, of the lysogenic. So make sure you really beef up that analysis. And then finally, wrap up, you want to rephrase, reformulate your topic sentence to wrap things up. Now remember, I know you guys are good writers, so if this is very poorly done, you will be doing it again. So take the time and do a good job the first time. Okay? At this time, if you open up those laptops, you should have a document on your Google Drive in your Shared With Me folder called the Ebola Conclusion. So find that, open it up, get yourself geared up and focused for the remainder of the class. You guys are going to write a great paragraph. Okay? So lock it in, let's get focused, and let's make it great. Because I don't want you leaving here with it unfinished. I want you to get it done in class. If it's not, the site will write down your name and we'll get you in here and resource to make sure you do a good job. So work hard now, it'll pay off in the long run. Good luck.